So we are still on the issues with the Indian education setup. Uh, I've been going through the internet. I've been trying to get perspectives of the eminent personalities out there. Uh, Jordan Peterson is one such eminent personality. You all might be aware. He is a psychologist, a clinician, and an educator as well. Uh, he's a conservative. I myself am. I have right to the center leanings. Uh, is but we can take whatever his perspective is in. Perspective is about the whole education setup. He's a Canadian himself. We cannot take his template or word to word for the problems for our Indian education setup, but then we can take what is best. We can derive our understandings from whatever he has to say. Besides, we will try to see what the problems are there in Indian education setup as well, by trying to get to know some perspectives of Indian personalities as well. I'll be trying to get their views as well from the internet. Right now, I have this video by the name of Jordan Peterson Exposes Education System, and I'll be going through his word in this video. What he's saying is education system is built to create factory workers, is what he's saying. Uh, because I believe even Canada was under the British system. Yes, even Canada was is a Commonwealth nation, correct? So he rightly says that the education system was so built as to create factory workers, and even today, children are just told to follow orders, correct? What has to happen is we have to enable the kids to formulate their own thoughts, to create their own futures, to create their own careers, to enable them to think, right? So as they are able to think, or they are able to visualize as to what they want, right? He makes a point that universities are doing more harm than good because of ideological indoctrinations. We don't want to go there right now. So so the first question that I uh, mm, that I have that is that I have mentioned here for myself is, do I want the school to have an ideological leaning? Mm, this is a difficult question, one which I'll have to explore more on. Do I want some specific right leanings? Do I want left leanings? What kind of thought processes, values do I want to build the school on? That is the question that I will have to think about. So this is a question that we are going to keep aside, or we are going to star mark it. Then he talks about the universities. The repository universities were known to be the repositories of human wisdoms. But then he's saying that now the repositories of wisdoms are not just found in universities; they are also found on online education. Correct? You can find many of the courses, many of the things happening in online education as well. So where is the university? Where anyone wants to learn about their culture and where anyone wants to expand the domain of human competence. So this is an interesting thing that he mentions. When anyone wants to expand the domain of human competence, that is what should happen in universities. So what he means here is, when a person is out of the university, he should be competent enough to do things, to earn, to learn more, to understand things, to understand the way of life. That is what he means. A lot of that is happening online. So maybe online is the future, is what he suggests. So the question to me is, how do I make the offline system, offline online, to come together? Because if online is what is going to happen to the future of universities, how do I make the offline and online to come together is the question. Then he comes to the topic of accreditations. He says that universities give us accreditations, valid accreditations, which are uh, considered or which are accepted by everybody. But he also makes a point that accreditation is losing its value quickly, and people no longer subscribe to just accreditations. So the question to me here becomes, if accreditation is increasingly becoming meaningless, what parameters do I want the kids from my school to be assessed on? Right? If just having a board certificate is not enough, what are the other parameters that we need to assess the kids on? What parameters will truly reflect the worth of an individual? And the other thing that I would like to understand here is, how do I measure these parameters variables so that they become trustworthy to a third party's eye? Because if somebody else is having a look at your certificates, they should have that trust, or they should understand that the person is good at something. They are capable of, maybe handling teams, not just because most of them right now, what is happening, okay, they have captained some teams or something like that, but then that is not proof enough. The meeting or the interviews are usually half an hour, 1 hour interviews, and uh, you know what kind of assessment will give you the whole snapshot of what has happened in the past 12 years in the person's life. So the parameters, the variables that we need to have should be such that they give the third person a complete view, or they'll believe that, okay, this is what the person has done and he has that kind of competence with him. So we need to think about something like that.